What is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how an investment in Omi can make you a millionaire within the next couple of years. So, that being said, if you're new to investing, you're new to the whole, basically this whole industry to begin with. A lot of early investors make a lot of mistakes investing in the wrong thing, not doing their due diligence, not really being educated on what they're doing, which means that you don't have the conviction that you'll need to make an investment successful. So the second that something starts going down or something starts going wrong, you're quick to jump out of that investment, losing yourself money, not being willing to hold on and power through the storms. The key to investing is really understanding what you're investing in and how it works, why it moves, how it moves, what makes it tick, because that's the key to not panicking when you see your investment go down. If every single time your investment goes down, you have to wonder, oh, is the company closing? Is this a scam? Is it over with? Then you probably didn't make a good investment, or you're not as informed as you should be about the investment that you made. So that's very, very important when it comes down to investing to begin with. You have to understand what it is that you're investing in and do your own research and due diligence. That being said, I am not a financial advisor. This is some of the key reasons that I believe an investment in Omi will be valuable in the long term. If you don't know exactly what VeVe is, what Omi is, and things like that, I have a whole channel dedicated to a lot of information about it, and I can create more videos in the future that could help if you have any questions. But this video is strictly going to be focused on Omi and the value of that token as compared to other cryptocurrencies and things like Dogecoin and some key differences and stuff like that. So with that being said, this is how you can take a couple $1,000s, invest it today, and be a millionaire within the next couple of years. So we're going to start out. Technical analysis actually supports a movement to $1. And the great part about this is that it's realistic that we could see Omi go to $1, and that's with a bunch of information not even being available. Like, we don't have information on the VeVeverse. We don't have much token utility. We don't really have much at all outside of how well VeVe is doing. So I think that that's a big key thing to focus on. People are making technical analysis make sense when there is very little information on even how the token is going to expand, how the token is going to grow, and how the token is going to become better. Because once they add in all this stuff, that the potential value of this thing just continues to go up. And I'll say that they have not even focused on the token up until this point. This has not been the key area. So most cryptocurrencies, they focus on the token, they make this super amazing, attractive token, and then they actually decide to work on a product, which means you basically have a token and then a bunch of promises that you gotta hope the companies fulfill. When it comes down to an investment in Omi, they took the other approach. They focused on the business. They focused on the product. So now when they say, oh, the token is going to do this, token is going to do that, it's not just a random promise. They have factually proven that they have this creation. They have created what they said they were going to create. So now this token is tied to something that's actually working, functioning, and it's not just a promise. Because you can take something like Cardano, for instance. Amazing project, amazing in theory what they want to accomplish with it, but it's just a bunch of promises until they actually start releasing products. And that's how a lot of cryptos are. So VeVe took a different approach with Omi, and they actually made it so the product is VeVe, the product is insanely successful. Now they can focus on making the token more attractive as far as lowering the supply and things like that, or making it so the supply actually makes sense with the overall design of VeVe. And obviously you can't create a token that makes sense with the design of VeVe if you don't even have VeVe designed. So this is why certain things like a huge supply of tokens exist for Omi right now, which is not going to be a problem in the future, because once they perfect VeVe and understand exactly what we'll need for VeVe to work, they'll understand what needs to be done with the token to make the token more attractive and to make it make sense long term. So that being said, even with all this work needing to be done on a token, technical analysis can actually support a movement to $1. Which means buying in at low levels, this is the current price of Omi. Buying in at these levels, it'll take what, like maybe $3,000-$4,000 to get a million Omi. If you invest $3,000-$4,000 right now and get a million Omi, this will actually turn it to, you basically when Omi hits $1, When Omi hits a $1, you'll be able to sell that and get $1 million from it. That's basically how investing works. You buy, you hold, and then when it hits your price point that you needed to hit, you sell. Now, obviously, you can be real intricate with it. It's a lot of people who make it a lot more complicated, but we're just going to keep it simple. That's the way you do it. Plain and simple. You buy when it's low. When it gets high to your $1 mark, you sell. Now, that being said, like I said, it gets more complicated. You can sometimes, when the price goes up, sell then, wait for the price to come down, jump back in. Like it's so much stuff you can do to overcomplicate it. Me, I make it very simple. I buy when it's low. When it gets high, when it gets to my target, sell, make your profits, and there you have it. You're a millionaire. Now, that being said, this has the potential to go much farther than just $1 because the technical analysis is not taken into consideration a lot. So people are able to make it make sense to make $1 with what we have right now, which means when we do have all this stuff up and functioning and all this stuff working, technical analysis will probably be able to get us to around $2 or $3 once we actually have all the information and they're not just piecing together random things. So that's something that you might want to keep an eye out for. We need more information before technical analysis can really be as beneficial as it's going to be in the future. But right now, technical analysis isn't too crazy dependable because there's so much that we just don't know. But one thing that you should be considering is the Dogecoin effect. So we all know Dogecoin blew up, Elon Musk talking about putting it on the moon and all types of things like that. Every project can't have an Elon Musk, but the type of impact that came from that, this is a project that can have that. Now, let's talk about why the Dogecoin effect can happen with Omi. We have all the biggest brands in the world. We have Marvel. We have the Avengers. We have DC Comics. We have Universal. We have Cartoon Network. We have all these big, huge, massive brands that everyone knows and loves. We have Star Trek. We have the NFL. It's so many of these brands, and if you think about this, you can think about how the different types of advertisements you can see. Eventually, it could get to a point where we see VeVe, the whole project, in an NFL commercial. In an NFL commercial during halftime of the Super Bowl or something like that. So this is the type of stuff that this company is able to kind of organize and try to get going. Because if you've been around for the Marvel reveal was just something massive. We got put on a bunch of publications that really brought a lot of hype and interest to this space. So more things like this is going to come in the future, especially as the platform matures more and people start to become more open to accepting NFTs and things like that. So the Dogecoin effect can realistically happen here. And one thing that's going to be huge when it comes down to pushing that Dogecoin effect is VeVe's ability to make viral videos. So when it comes down to role-playing videos, if you've ever seen people in these video games like Minecraft or GTA and the way that they're role-playing with the characters, we have people already doing that at a smaller scale in the community. When their editing gets better, when we get better tools and things like this to where they can do role-playing videos and pretend to be Batman and make a whole Batman versus Superman series and things like that, some people will be able to edit and make this almost like it's some type of Netflix reveal or something like that. Some people will be that good on YouTube where they're creating these whole little skits and storylines and stuff like that where they're almost creating unique movies using VeVe, the platform. So that's going to be insane promotion. Then doing little TikTok dances and stuff like that, it can literally go viral on TikTok. Like, because of the IPs associated with this project, there's so many different ways for this to get a bigger buzz than just Elon Musk mentioning it. Because VeVe has so many different ways, so many different avenues that can make this thing go viral. And that's one of the key things that you can't really plan for that. You can't plan for something to go viral, but 9 times out of 10, you know if something has the ability to. And with all these unique licenses that no one else in the world has and can use in the way that VeVe is doing it, chances are it's a great chance that some of this content is going to go viral in the future. There's going to be educational videos and things like this one, for instance, that's going to bring a little bit more awareness to the project. So more investors and things may come on. And the viral videos, this is the key point here. When it comes down to the viral videos, once token utility is added in, that means a regular person can come in, use the VeVe app, not understanding crypto or anything whatsoever. They just buy things on the VeVe platform, and that actually helps the token in the background, and they don't even have to know crypto exists. That's what's the beautiful thing about this. So if VeVe goes viral, it directly impacts all the investors who knows about the crypto back inside, and it directly impacts us. But it's not something that the consumer ever has to know about, ever has to care about, because the product is just going to work. The ease of use for this crypto, it's insane how they've done it this way. And I think that that's one of the biggest selling points for a lot of the investors. The fact that we're not so dependent on the crypto side of things. People understanding, oh, NFTs is the future and stuff like that. Honestly, that whole selling point, that's really, really big for investors and collectors and things like that. But when it just comes down to the experience, people would really just be here because they see all this stuff on TikTok. They see this stuff on YouTube. They just see a fun place to be. This is why a lot of people like video games, any video game world, like Fortnite. People play Fortnite not because it's some big company you can invest in and things like that. It's just an amazing place to be. It's a fun experience. Now, obviously, VeVe is not designed to be an experience like Fortnite, but the fact is, anything that's enjoyable can attract a lot of people. And VeVe is going to get to the point where it's a lot more enjoyable. It's a lot more things to do, and it could attract a bunch of different types of people. Now, one of the bigger key selling points here is the bear market effect. So in crypto, during a bull market, a lot of different projects explode, coins go up, everything is crazy. But during a bear market, things tend to follow Bitcoin and go down. What it's looking like is that Omi is going to be exempt from going down during a bear market, which means Omi doing well during a bear market will be promotion. If Bitcoin and every other crypto is down and Omi is going crazy, exploding, and still basically maintaining and going up in value, that's going to attract a bunch of crypto investors. So instead of people investing in things like Bitcoin and stuff like that, they would invest in something that's more of a sure thing and more secure, which in the future could become an investment like Omi, because of how the VeVe fan base is going to be what's holding up that price. So for something like this to realistically happen, is once they add in the token utility to where you can buy things in VeVe using Omi, basically, people are just using their credit cards, not knowing about crypto whatsoever. They're using their credit cards. They're buying Omi token directly, just using their credit card, and they're just messing with the VeVe app. They don't know anything. They don't know that Omi's a crypto. They just are buying something with their credit card, and they're using it on the platform. When we have millions and millions of people doing this on VeVe, the crypto side of things won't matter. The bear market and markets and stuff like that, if a crypto investor gets scared and they pull out all their money, it will have minimal effect on the price because there's so many people using VeVe. And that's the thing about this. It's a plan to have mass adoption for this. So that means like we're like, the goal is to get to like 10 million, 100 million people and things like that. Obviously, we don't have a ton of people investing in crypto like that. We don't have so at no point in time should like after they add the token utility, the crypto side, the crypto people, they're going to be the minimal investors. They're going to be a small fraction of the people who are actually holding Omi. We're going to be the small amount of people holding Omi, and the big people holding Omi is going to be the people using VeVe and burning the token and things like that. So that's why it's going to have this effect where it's kind of bear market proof, because if crypto investors get scared during a bear market, that doesn't have any control over the price, because people using VeVe is going to be what's moving the price, driving the price forward, and really keeping the value of the token stable. So yeah, and that's something that like those type of tokenomics is something that we have not seen from any other project to date. This is something that is unique to this project and something that the crypto world has never seen before. VeVe is doing something that the world has never seen. Omi is doing something that the crypto world has never seen. So I feel like that's why I've invested in this project along with a lot of other people. And this is why I feel like this is a safe and secure place for me to have my investment for the future. So honestly, this is the explanation as to how you can take a couple of $1,000s, invest it today, and how it can turn into some millions down the line in the future. Me personally, I'm holding to around $10. I think that there's a chance that this project can go to around $10 because with technical analysis, I feel like at some point it'll probably support between $2 and $5. But what I think the FOMO at some point, the Dogecoin effect and stuff like that, I think that will be able to push us to 10, especially once people start to realize in a bear market, oh, this can hold its own once they actually add in the utility. Because right now, people can't wrap their head around the simple fact that if you have 100 million people buying Omi and they don't know that crypto exists, and you have 1 million people who's on the crypto side selling Omi, those 1 million people are not going to do anything to the 100 million people on the platform. It's like, but people have to see certain things before they can understand it and fully wrap their head around it. So, it's just a matter of education. You have to get more educated on these topics, really understand the investment. But this is just a video I thought I would do, share with you all my perspective. And this is how you can really take advantage of this NFT space right now, and the licensing and how powerful this particular project is, this particular project, team, and token is. This is a lot of the benefits and a lot of the things that made me invest, and a lot of different things we can see moving forward in the future. So as far as like, this is for me, like I said, it's a 10+ year hold for me. I'm expecting something around like $10. Like I'm expecting it to be able to go to $10, especially once they make the changes and things needed to the token based on what makes sense with how VeVe is performing. But we won't know that until they actually start completing even more of the stuff that they've been working on, which to date, they do everything that they say that they're going to do, which is why this company has so much trust. But that's pretty much it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm going to catch you all on the next one. Peace out, Joe.